Scott?
And
I'm an artist known for creating Kabuki. We're drawing. David Mack tonight. David Mack tonight. David Mack tonight.
So known for creating Kabuki. But the reason we're doing David Mack is the Echo series is coming out in a couple days on Disney Plus, and David Mack created Echo.
Echo.
So that's why it's timely for this.
Hello.
And
And also he'll be a guest.
I got Kabuki Volume 2 handy.
Okay.
So I can kind of do a little bit of show and tell with maybe, I don't know, my camera's probably not.
I thought I had I guess I thought I had it, but I guess I don't have one.
But that's Kabuki. And this is the book is huge though. This is a hard down
Grace.
book.
Looks like Grace.
Well, she's done Kabuki as cosplay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, has she? Or was that I don't know. I sometimes mix up.
I think she's done Kabuki.
Okay.
But like
maybe she was just performing Kabuki, the traditional Japanese theater.
The art of Kabuki is kind of interesting because it's a mix of styles, so he does some really tight illustrations and some really loose stuff.
I think that's just so great about it. It's just the variety that you get in there, and I think for the time it was something very different and original.
I'm not positive, but I'm fairly certain that David Mack must have a design background because
Oh yeah, that's
the layouts are there's a lot of design elements in the layouts.
Doesn't he win awards for like his layouts of like
and then
credits of like Marvel and all that?
Yeah,
they gave him a card that gives him unlimited Arby's.
You're in a weird mood.
I'm not understanding the connection there, but all right.
Napua's watching. Hi, Napua. How many of you guys watched Jessica Jones, the Netflix series?
I seen that one.
Did you?
Okay,
I did.
So the opening animatics were like a combination of David Mack's artwork along with some people that do animation, obviously, but how they did like motion graphics with David Mack's artwork.
Well then,
Cool.
David Mack is to splatter what J.J. Abrams is to lens flare. They're masters of their craft.
All right.
And Zack Snyder is the slow-mo.
Ooh, and garbage.
And Michael Bay.
And Michael Bay is to explosions.
Explosions. See, everyone's got a thing. You gotta have a thing. I think Snyder is just to irritate Scott. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, everybody needs something.
Everybody needs a gimmick,
Napua should be in here. She's watching.
She should.
I mean, the one time we do an artist is primarily known for his watercolor, and she's not in.
The watercolor person, yes. Well, I mean, both you and Drew have been using watercolor here and there, so that's good.
Well, I'm no David Mack, but
and I'm nowhere near David Mack.
Yeah,
I'm a David Hack.
I'm a McDonald's kind of guy. So
I'm a Big Mac.
Big Mac. The McDonald brothers. That's how they got the name Big Mac. It's based after one of the brothers.
Yeah, one of the brothers was Big Mac.
Yeah. He's the one who used to chase off the people hitting on the waitresses.
I haven't watched The Founder yet. I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I see Aloha in the comments. I'm assuming that's Nobu.
Nobu.
Hawaii. For Nobu. Hawaii. He'll get it.
Okay.
Well, no, because
that's where we live.
Yeah. No, because in Pokemon, there's the Alolan region, so it's kind of like the Hawaii region, and everybody says alola to each other. And we're like, wait, but that's
Oh.
weird. That's like saying Hawaii to each other. So ever since then, we started saying Hawaii.
Oh.
Inside joke there.
My
Well,
emo. got a
Hawaii to
little
you
update.
too. I'm sorry, what was that, Scott?
I was saying my emo got a little update, and one day I was just at my computer, and he starts singing, and I'm like, "What is this song?" And it's like, "Oh, he's singing the Japanese Pokemon theme."
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, "Wow!"
How did that happen?
And it was supposed to be a Christmas update, so he starts singing Christmas songs.
Right.
But
Hawaii.
they also gave him some other random whatever, just songs in there, and that was one of them. It was kind of weird, and it's not like it's him singing it in his voice.
Right.
So whose voice is he singing it in?
Or emo's voice, his robot.
Abraham
voice.
Lincoln's.
Oh,
Wait, did you watch
Lincoln Log.
Lincoln? Because I guess Lincoln is alleged to have had like a really high voice.
Oh,
Supposedly
maybe
his voice was very reedy.
Abraham Lincoln Park.
So did the actor like do the voice?
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis.
And he did him right like a high pitched voice, right?
That's what I hear.
Reedy.
I need to see
Not like
that.
the Vampire Hunter.
Like R. Reed.
I think it was kind of like more like 7 years ago.
Pepperidge
So one of
Farms,
those, like-
remembers?
That's right.
That kind of.
Yeah.
So I put up a bunch of different poses and asked for which one, and this is the one that won out. So I'm trying to recreate the pose now.
And I was gonna troll you and for all your women poses, like, who should this be? Hulk.
Yeah, well, I'm used to that. I don't expect it from you,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm used to people doing that. Like Drew
I know.
does that to me.
I do. I really do.
He does. He keeps us on our toes.
It's just fun for me. I don't know.
I know.
But yeah, I get that a lot from people. When it's like when we do the bookmarks and you ask for suggestions, and people try to throw you off by pulling something out of some recesses of arms fall off, boys. Like, all right.
Yeah, that's pretty much like the So anytime we do like those
Honestly, though,
things, it
You
feels
can
like people are
Google
just kind of
anything.
testing us to see if we can do it. That's really what it is.
I'm sorry, you're gonna say?
But go ahead, Drew.
you can Google anything. I mean, nobody could ever stump you. I mean, somebody could try to pull out something from the recesses of the, of yesteryear.
Yeah.
But
No, but I mean they're not serious, and then I just go ahead and do it. It's like, all right, well, yeah, I'll do it. they just think they're being funny, right?
mm,
Throwing out these obscure suggestions, like, all right, no, nothing but a thing. What's the weirdest? What's the weirdest ones? Matter Eater Lad, Arms Fall Out Boy, Matter Eater Lad.
I love
Yeah,
Matter
Alan?
Eater Lad.
Doesn't matter.
He's
Lad.
one of my favorite characters from the Legion of Superheroes.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Saturn Girl.
Well, I mean, I always thought the ladies of the Legion of Superheroes were rather lovely, but,
Yeah.
but when it comes to my favorite characters, Matter Eater Lad, or Tenzil Kim, as he's known, is one of my favorites.
What about
Thorough
the Bouncing Boy?
Bouncing
I
boy.
love Bouncing Boy,
Yeah.
also known as Chuck Tane.
How about Pharaoh Lad?
Oh, Pharaoh Lav. That was Andrew Nolan of Earth.
Somebody that he sacrificed himself. in
That's
that one.
right, against the Sun Eater to save the planet Earth.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Matter Eater Lad, he could eat anything because the planet he's from, everything had been poisoned. So they evolved the ability to eat pretty much anything.
As you do.
And
Would that make
Which-
sense? Wouldn't it be like you wouldn't be able to eat anything if everything is poison?
well, they eat like they can eat golf clubs and
Oh, okay.
like,
So it's like an immunity kind of thing. Is that what it is?
like you know,
Yeah, become
chain link
omnivorous.
fence. Like did you ever
Like a
watch
goat.
the Orville?
No.
Well, on the Orville, one of the species have evolved a similar ability for pretty much the same reason. So they must have, Seth MacFarlane must have borrowed that from the Legion of Superheroes.
Stole it.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me. I think Seth MacFarlane probably read Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah.
He seems like he would have.
But yeah, Matter you, lad. He's great. I love him. I love all the Legion of Superheroes.
I'll do a version of that. Doesn't matter even that. Doesn't matter. I'm behind in my dailies.
You should do that. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter either way.
It's pretty clever.
Yes. But anyway, so David Mack. I mean, he's done so much stuff for like he's done like a Fight Club, right? The comic.
Yeah.
I believe he did he's known for covers. I
Yeah.
mean, I think he did draw, like he did do the illustrations for the comic Kabuki, but he's mostly he's a cover guy.
Cover
Yeah,
guy.
some of the covers he's done, like I know he's did American Gods, Alias, Jessica Jones. What else?
He just recently did a Usagi cover, a variant cover.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's like a realistic rabbit.
It skirts the uncanny valley, but I liked it just the same.
Skirts. I guess a lot of people know his ending credits of Winter Soldier was him.
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
So Echo was his own comic, or was just a character that just kind of showed up, like in like.
No, Echo's all his.
Yeah, but I mean, like it showed up like in like what Daredevil, or what was the first appearance of Echo?
I think it's all his.
Okay.
I believe Echo. I'm gonna Google it now.
Okay.
But I believe Echo popped up in Daredevil, but
Okay.
we're gonna find out here.
We'll put that in the corner of the screen. The Google counter. This is how many times we Google.
Fictional character Echo. Let's go to comics. And she was in the early Avengers. First appearance, Daredevil #9, December 1999.
Wow.
And then for a while, she was Ronin with the New Avengers in New Avengers #11 in 2005. It was created by David Mack and Joe Quesada.
Wow. That's awesome.
There's a police officer named David Mack.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a ton of people. You know.
That's right. Scott was Googling, like, make sure he had the right David Mack. He's like, is it the Star Wars guy? No, that's not him.
The thing is,
I don't know who he is really, so I had to make sure. Yeah.
I think I'm not 100%, but I think Quesada was the artist on Daredevil, and Mack was the writer. Is that correct?
That would make sense. Quesada was a Daredevil artist for the longest time.
I mean, Mack must have done covers or something, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I always thought wasn't it Bendis? No.
He was doing the Avengers,
Okay.
and Bendis was Jessica Jones.
I might
Yeah,
think of
I know
Quesadilla.
he's definitely Jessica Jones. Sorry, I'm looking up my Kabuki book. To get a better look at these blades.
Joe Quesadilla.
Weird crescent shape blades. I'm sure he's heard that before.
I'm sure he's heard that. I'm sure. I'll just put you on the shit list, you know. It's like, all right, you're getting all the crappy assignments now.
Old Joe Quesadilla, they call me.
Yeah. But
I'm sure, just like I'm sure David's probably been called Big Mac.
Joe Chicken Quesadilla.
I call him Mackie Dave.
he's a nice guy, though. He's a really good guy. So it'd be good to see him again.
Yeah.
I don't recall ever talking to him, but
Yeah, didn't you buy some stuff from him?
I might have. Maybe he said thanks. I don't remember.
My wife really doesn't like get into the comic artists when she goes to conventions, but she loved David Mack stuff, so that's how we ended up with the book. So
that's good. You guys were able to bond.
She is the one that bought the signed book, not me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I love David Mack's work, but it's just funny that you know. Blade. I'm trying to see the handles. So it looks like it's just a big knobby thing.
Yay, big knobby thing.
Yeah, that was my nickname in high school.
Yeah.
Big knobby thing.
Yeah. A terrible nickname. Isn't that how the nicknames work? It's like you don't get to name you don't get to name your own nickname. People have to.
You don't get to pick your own nickname.
Yeah, you have to.
This is true.
You know,
it's not you don't get to decide.
No.
Unless you're the guy from Pixels movie. What was his Peter Dinklage's character?
I don't remember. I don't think I ever saw that one.
Fire Blaster.
We just was watching on Netflix. What is that movie with Jackie Chan and John Cena?
I don't know. I heard there is a movie with them.
Yeah,
the spy movie.
And then the opening scene is basically it's like, what? We don't have code names, and John Cena's getting rid of code names. It's like all these really bizarre names, but it's funny because you actually remember it, because it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, matches the character.
Invisible Man.
So.
For the first 10 years of my life, to my family, I went by a different name. It was not my choosing.
Was it Hey You?
No. I kind of don't want to say it.
There's a sigh there. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't, because then we're going to start calling you it.
Yeah,
For the first 10 years of my life, I was called one thing. And then when I was about
they called you one thing? Hey, one thing, come here.
Yeah. and then when I was 15, my dad remarried, and I suddenly had some new stepbrothers. And they started calling me. They called me Drew. So that's how people started calling me Drew.
Oh, that's where the Drew came.
So my stepbrothers started calling me Drew, and it just kind of stuck.
But you seem to be okay with it. You seem to.
Drew doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Drew doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew's just a short form of your name.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, unless you said like Andy or something,
I've never been an Andy.
Yeah.
I have
Andy's,
no intention
like the candy.
I have no intention of ever going by Andy.
Randy Andy.
And I don't usually allow people to refer to me as Andy.
There you go.
Never
See, but
liked
Drew
it.
makes sense because that's what you do. You know what I mean? You draw. So it's true. Makes sense.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I don't know. My cousins all called me this other name, and I was never particularly fond of it.
We'll talk about it afterwards. We'll talk about it after.
But it's true. You don't get to pick your nickname.
No.
And it's really weird is when I joined the Navy, because my last name is Gutierrez, everybody just started calling me Goody.
Goody, yeah.
There's this guy I know called, his name is Fujimoto, and I call him the Fuj.
The food.
Fuj, yeah, I've heard that.
And they, but everybody else is calling him Jason. And one day we're talking, and it's like, wait, am I the only one that's calling him the Fuj? And I think a couple other guys call him the Fuj. But one day I asked him, I says, does anybody else call you the Fuj? He said, you and so and so and so and so. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, man. You okay with that? He goes, yeah, I'm okay with that. And I was like, oh, am I the only one calling you?
But I think a lot of people are like that, you know. We had one guy at work at Borders because we had like 3 Ryans. So he went by his middle name, Keizo. And so, you know, one of the relatives came and he's just like, oh, I'm looking for Ryan. And I'm like, huh? And it's like, oh, you mean Keizo? And they're like, Keizo? They're like, why are you called Keizo?
Quesodilla?
Yeah, exactly. Joe Quesadilla.
Isn't your name Jonathan?
No, it is. It's actually not.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not abbreviation. Although some people have done that. They're like, "Hey, Jonathan." I'm like, well,
Yeah,
you
I
put
thought
in
it
more
was short.
syllables than you need to, but all right."
I believe it's short for Jonold.
It's like Andrew's Juford.
Juford.
Jarnathan.
Jonathan. No.
Well, I get to be Murakami, so you know,
Right.
that's a pronunciation thing, I guess.
I just watched D&D again over the weekend.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's a great movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Every time I like it, I enjoy it. So
Yeah, I can imagine there being a sequel. I mean,
I hope there is, but
well, I don't know. I mean, did it do well in the box office? I don't know.
yeah,
that's the thing. I don't know how well it did.
That's just that's the hard part.
I think it actually, between streaming and international, and then I guess like DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, I think it actually did make back its money and, you know,
Nice.
did better. So there may be hope for it.
Cool.
All right, time to break
Oh,
out
is this
some
wrong?
watercolors. Let's see. How do I do this?
Huh. I thought I saw a cover like this. I guess maybe I didn't. I should have taken a screenshot. Oh well. Godzilla was good. We went to see Godzilla -1.
Man, I love that movie.
That was good.
I was like,
we saw
I was
Aquaman.
holding back the tears, man. Watching
Oh, yeah,
that movie.
when the theme came out.
Well, I mean, that was tears of joy. But
I actually saw his arm go up like, yeah. I'm like, whoa, come down.
I was happy. No, like it's just there's like some sad parts, you know.
Oh, they are.
And I was like, I'm not going to start weeping openly at a Godzilla movie, but
Why not?
No, you know, this one you really felt for the characters this time. You know, like usually, like in the movies, you're kind of like, "Shut up!" You know, "Shut up! Where's Godzilla?"
Well, that was like the last one that came out in theaters. Is like you didn't even see Godzilla for like 40 minutes.
Oh, no, that wasn't Shin. What was that? What was the last one?
Well, I take that back. The one before Godzilla versus Kong, when it was just Godzilla. You didn't even see Godzilla for 40 minutes.
I didn't even watch that one. Yeah.
I mean, when you do, I mean, look, every little glimpse they gave you of it was glorious, but yeah, it was largely unsatisfying.
I watched it at Pearl Ridge
by
myself, and there was only a couple of us in the theater, but you could see the hardcore fans cheering when he did the atomic breath thing.
Oh yeah,
like a big cheer in the
like wave motion gun.
Like all 10 of the people in the studio were cheering for that.
Yay!
Or all 10 of the people in the theater.
I mean, even on this one, it's like, I mean, I don't know how close like Godzilla has gotten to like actual like the boats and everything, but the way that they showed him like behind, just kind of like looming, like you're like, oh shit, he's like right there, And the way that he did his thing too, like with his spines kind of like compressing,
That was
like
wild.
yeah, it's almost like like from his tail, it starts like compressing down, and it travels along his back, so like it's gonna fire. It's like almost like you're waiting for the recoil.
Because this isn't Godzilla -1 or the one where...
Yeah, -1. Yeah, because I don't think he's ever done that before, did he?
No.
Yeah. So that was an interesting approach in that.
It was exciting.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is called -1 because this takes place like in 1944, was it? So it's like he starts off smaller, not 40 feet high. I mean, he is still pretty big, like I would say like 2 stories maybe. But then yeah, he gets progressively bigger. So, but
yeah, we first see him in like, I think it's like 44 or 45.
Yeah.
And then
during the war, yeah.
Yeah.
Because even I was like, it's like, oh, he looks kind of small, and I was like, oh, I get it. Okay, yeah, he's gonna get bigger. But yeah, would highly recommend. Even if you're not a Godzilla fan, I think you'll enjoy it because. I bet people that like they're either one or the other. They're either a Godzilla fan or a Gamera fan. They're not both.
What?
Yeah, I've never. I guess you're both. I guess, but
I have room in my heart for both.
Do you really?
I mean, Gamera is like he's the defender of the galaxy.
You either like the turtle or the the lizard. You have to choose.
You can like both.
Okay.
But I mean, Gamera is very much a superhero.
Yeah.
And those movies are definitely, in my opinion, they're definitely geared to a younger audience. But
I just saw on Amazon Prime. I guess you can watch some of the old MST3K movies.
Oh,
I see. Yeah, there's a few Gamera ones on there.
MST3K did a New Year's countdown on YouTube.
Oh, did they? That's fun.
Yeah.
And then Rift Tracks is their new one, which they're doing like more current movies. But yeah.
Well, like I'm not 100%, but I think Joel, who was the original guy,
right?
Joel Hodgson or something. Hodgson. He took it over, and then the other guy, Mike, and some of the other guys, they're doing the Rift Tracks thing, I guess.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Because there was a third guy, I guess. Now.
Well, there was
the host.
Yeah.
Jonah.
I forget his last name.
I haven't watched the new ones yet. Word on the street is they're not that great, but I don't know. I haven't watched them. But I think I've been kind of holding off because everybody's telling me they're not that great.
Now, Rift Tracks, we laughed hard. I mean, like, because back then it's like they couldn't get the rights to the movie, so they would just like have the audio, and you would, they assume that most people have the movies, and you just sync it up, so you just play it alongside while you're watching the movie. But I guess some people have like synced it up, and you can see it. Like Transformers, I know I watched that one a lot, and like 300. Those are really funny.
Have you ever heard?
Those are funny without the Rift Tracks.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Wizard People?
No.
There's this guy named Brad Neely. He did a cartoon. Yeah, Harry Potter.
Okay.
It's like basically he overdubbed like over Harry Potter like a commentary track, I guess, where he's he's narrating the story,
That's funny.
but he's doing it. It's like from a guy who's never read the books. He's just basically describing everything that's happening on the screen.
That would be me.
And he also does it really crazy, and he gives everybody the wrong names.
That's funny.
It is funny. And Neely, he did a cartoon. It was on Adult Swim. It was called China, Illinois.
Oh, I heard of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. And he did all these like crazy videos called Baby Cakes.
Okay.
Anyway, but if you ever get a chance to watch Wizard People,
Okay.
it's pretty freaking hilarious.
I bet.
Like a wizard.
So I've been doing custom trading cards for a couple of the guests, and two of them they're like I don't know what you call them. I guess like
YouTubers.
yeah, I guess so. Like social media, creators. I guess is the term. I guess they like to go by. But so two of them we met before, and actually we met them through PopCon last year. Then we got to be kind of good friends with them, so they'll be coming back. So I had to make some new ones for them. But I did a couple, for some other people. And I just forgot how long it takes to make one of these things because, not only like you have to do the caricature, but like, drawing the Pokemon and the layout and everything. It's just like, I thought I could like belt it out in a few hours, but it's like, it took way longer. So I ran out of time. So I was going to do one for David Mack, but I just ran out of time. I just said, oh, well, maybe next time.
This project you can do for David Mack.
Yeah. He won't get it. He'll be like, what?
He might.
Are you making fun of me? It's like
You
when you
just say
told,
yeah.
yeah. It's like when you told, John Romita Jr. about what was the anime thing? The blood blockade.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, they used you. Yeah. But so have you followed most of David Mack stuff, like his comics and everything?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, I don't know how many issues of Kabuki were there and all that.
But he's got, I want to say there's 3 collected trades.
Uh huh.
So he's got to have a few.
Yeah. But yeah, recently I see he does a lot of variant covers, which should keep him busy. I'm always impressed with his style. It's like, and the fact that using watercolors is like, man. Especially because his characters actually look like the actual people, with watercolor, and I'm like, wow. I can barely do caricatures with pen and ink. It's like, Oh.
Bounce again.
Drew bouncing.
Did I bounce
Bouncy
back?
boy.
Who's a bouncer?
I love, man,
Yes.
Bouncing Boy tried to recreate the formula that made Ralph Dibny elongated man.
Oh.
Only for some reason when he drinks it, it just makes him look like a ball, basically.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be like, what was his name? Was it Herbie, the Fat Fury?
Like of all the Legionnaires, I don't think there's another character that has like more heart than Bouncing Boy.
Oh, there you go.
And it's like, even like in the face of like impossible odds, like his refusal to give up, even when like the villains think he's a total joke. Like it's I don't know, it's a character I've always liked when I was a kid.
There you go. The moral.
He's not the inferior 5.
I gotta draw that still yet. I wanted to draw my version of the Inferior 5 because I don't think I ever did.
All right, I have to take a break while some stuff dries.
Yeah.
I don't have my heat gun. I don't know where I put my heat gun.
Heat gun.
I have a fan blowing on my paper, and it actually seems to make it dry pretty quick. So
That's good.
Well, I don't know if you saw. I was using a little USB airbrush to like blow on it.
There you go.
That's what I blew out the streaks with.
Mm-hmm.
See this? It's a USB powered rechargeable battery.
There you go.
neato.
I mean, you can't do a whole lot with it, but it's good for like basic coverage and
Right.
blowing.
Hey, whatever works. I like this denim. So do we know what the premise of Echo is going to be?
Do we know what the premise of Echo is going to be?
I mean, like, because it's just like, more ninjas and stuff.
Well, it's only 5 episodes? It's a short series.
Oh wow!
And like you watched Hawkeye, right?
I did. I enjoyed Hawkeye.
So at the end of Hawkeye, she shoots Fisk in the face. But they don't show it, but
oh.
So it's going to be her confronting Fisk post Hawkeye. Or Fisk, not Fist. Fisk. Make sure I said that right.
The
We don't want to confuse that with the Iron Fist that doesn't exist in the Marvel universe yet
anymore.
Is Kingpin more Daredevil or I don't have that much. I have some Marvel points, but I don't have a whole lot of Marvel points. But is he a Kingpin? I mean, is he a Daredevil?
He started off as a Spider-Man villain and then became a Daredevil villain.
Okay.
Fisk of the North Star.
That was a good one, John. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. It's like
cancel it. Shut up.
Daredevil's like Rogues Gallery.
Okay.
Like pre like Frank Miller working on Daredevil. Daredevil had like a lot of lame enemies. Like
Bullseye.
There was like this guy called the Jester. There was this guy called Leapfrog.
Leapfrog was kind of fun.
Yeah. Who else was there? I think the Owl.
Who came up with all these villains?
Gladiator. I think it was mostly like. I think a lot of his Rogues Gallery came up during the period when Gene Colan was drawing it. And Bill Everett, the same guy who created the Submariner, is the guy who came up with Daredevil. And then that was when he was in his like yellow and like dark kind of black, I guess, costume. And then
who changed the costume?
Wally Wood.
Nice.
Wally Wood came on board and gave him the red costume that we all know.
Good choice.
Yeah, well, I mean the guy's called Daredevil.
Daredevil. Yeah, it makes sense that he'd be in red.
Makes sense. So.
Did they put him in yellow because they don't want to confuse him with like Spider-Man? Is that
because they wanted to point out that he was blind and couldn't tell?
Oh, I see. So, it was a different color every day and mismatched.
Like the villains look at him and go, you're wearing yellow, right?
You're standing out here.
Like the wrong way again. It's facing the wrong way. It's cool. It's cool. Well, Echo is deaf, right? So
Echo's deaf.
Yeah.
And she's got a prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And Native American.
And Native American.
And she's unlucky. She's accident prone.
Is she really?
I mean, she's missing a leg.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's not like a Clouseau kind of thing, where she's tripping over everything and all that.
It's not like Daphne.
From
Danger prone Daphne.
I don't know. It's totally different now. Like when you watch newer shows, like she's more competent now.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah. Hey, did you watch that one, Scott? Scooby-Doo and Crypto too?
No.
I think you'll enjoy it because there's a lot of throwbacks to the Super Friends.
Oh, I gotta go look for that now.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo meets Crypto.
Yeah, I mean, just some of the things you're like, wow, I remember that from the episode, from the '70s show, that kind of thing. It's a really weird crossover to have like Scooby-Doo and like the Justice League. But I mean, they're doing it in the comics anyway, so why not?
But did you see that thing that Gail Simone had posted about like how long, like Warner Brothers has apparently owned all the Hanna-Barbera stuff like for a long time, and it took them a long time before they ever decided to try to like integrate.
Oh, it's new.
Any of that
I
stuff.
think
It's on the front
I'm
page.
kind of wondering if like because they figured the fans would be like, what is this? I don't understand. I mean, they've tried it multiple times with Scooby-Doo and Batman. Right?
Well, I mean, Batman has appeared on the show, but I don't know. I just think it's interesting that they took them because they didn't do like a company-wide crossover for a long time.
But I'm wondering if like did maybe like Hanna-Barbera kind of like decide like not to keep it separate.
I don't know.
Because like a number of years back, right? The comics came over and did it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Batman meets Elmer Fudd.
But apparently Warner has had Hanna-Barbera like since the 90s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But actually, well, okay, so I guess when you think about it, I mean, because wasn't that the big thing where everyone felt that DC had Warner Brothers, so they were safe, because that's why they could do all the movies like Superman and Batman and all that. And then that was about the same time that Marvel didn't they file for bankruptcy at one point?
Yeah.
Did like a Chapter 13?
Yeah.
Or Chapter 11? I don't remember what chapter.
Well, that's why they licensed out all their stuff to like Sony and Fox.
Yeah, but then now it's like with Disney, backing them, it's like now they're a total powerhouse now.
Well, but it's mainly because Warner never capitalized on it. Like they were sitting on this IP forever, and all they could ever think of was the Batman TV show. Like that's the only thing,
Right.
Even it was only because of the Batman TV show that Warner Brothers agreed to do the Tim Burton movies.
Right.
It was sold to them on the idea of like, oh yeah, people will be nostalgic for the old show. Like they never once thought about the comics.
Yeah, nobody liked those old '60s Batmans, did they?
Hey, yeah.
We were waiting on that.
Nobody likes Batman.
Hey, yeah. Spider-Man. Nobody likes Spider-Man.
I mean, even with the success of Superman, and how huge that movie was, they never thought, gosh, we should start doing more of this stuff. Like they never ever thought that.
Well, nobody ever accused Warner Brothers of being smart.
They had in, I think it was like 07, they could have had their Justice League movie. And it was chugging along.
Yeah.
And then
freaking, what's his name? Miller, right?
Yeah.
The guy who
George
did
Miller.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was supposed to do it. And the writer's strike, and they said there's too much characters in there, so it's not going to work.
Wasn't there supposed to be a Justice League Dark?
For a hot minute, Guillermo del Toro was attached to that.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Garrett Del Toro with that one? So I remember there being talk about Justice League Dark.
Wasn't there like a really bad like Justice League that they just kind of spit it out just so so they could keep the copyright?
It was a pilot
Yeah.
that was
CBS
supposed
pilot.
to be a TV show.
Yeah.
It had I think wasn't Winchester from MASH? Wasn't he Martian Manhunter?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to find that.
Yeah. Like
Sure, it's
it
not-
looked like Hal Jordan, but he was wearing the
What?
Guy Gardner outfit.
I wonder if
Yeah.
archive.org has that.
Actually, I think you can find it on YouTube, pretty easy.
Yeah,
but
it's on YouTube.
It's something.
So like I've been watching some of those old 70s and 60s the pilots. So, like I saw the Wonder Woman pilot with not Kathy Lee Crosby, but
Yeah,
What was
I
her
know who you're
name?
talking about.
Ellie something.
yeah. I watched that one, and I watched there was what was the other pilot that they did a geez, I'm having a senior moment. Sorry, guys. Catwoman? No. There was another Batman spinoff kind of.
There was something, and I don't remember what it was. It was part of some kind of a show, but it's like they all dressed up like the Legion of Doom.
That was the roast.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. There's 2 episodes of that live action Super Friends
Yeah.
thing.
It was kind of fun.
One was kind of like a sketch comedy, and the other was like a roast. I think.
Yeah.
Interesting.
With Retired Man. Well, he was the Crimson Avenger or something, and then now he's Retired Man.
That's funny.
He had the Atom and Giganta was engaged or something, or married or something.
I wonder if that's why Gail Simone had the Ryan Choi Atom go out with Giganta. It's got to be it, right? I wish I'd asked her that.
Yeah. Well, and then like on the Harley Quinn show, Giganta was married to Dr. Psycho for a little while.
Oh, that's funny.
And the same thing. It's like, and that's like, so how do you and he's like, not well. He's such a small guy.
Yeah.
Is this Kabuki's current comment outfit? Is that what it is? Kind of like this Land of the Rising Sun kind of thing.
I don't know if it's current, but that's
what you're known for.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Japsploitation.
Hey.
It's a little known genre of exploitation film.
It's like how cheese nips, they're still called that,
I don't think it's intended as a derogatory term.
You never know, man. Some of them racist guys in the Discord.
I know. I'm offended.
We're gonna call them cheese nips, and nobody's gonna say a thing.
I'm offended by it.
That's how they sneak it through.
The man.
Reed is saying something about Bateman. Not Batman, Bateman.
Is that Reed? Where's Reed? Why is he not here?
He's over on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Twitching.
in town where it goes down called Bedrock.
Isn't it scary how you remember all these things? All these random songs and bits.
From the Down to bedrock.
And that wasn't even the real song at first. They changed it to that.
What was it
They felt it
before?
was more catchy than the original theme.
Couldn't do that kind of stuff today. It's like, oh yeah, the Flintstones, real original. I liked it when they were called the Honeymooners.
Yeah. Well, actually, all of their stuff was like, Yogi Berra was, Art Connery.
I was
Snagglepuss.
about a picnic lunch.
Yeah. Somebody posted that, like all the characters that were based after other people, like Jabberjaw was, Curly Howard and all that.
What's
Or Curly
Snagglepuss?
Howard and what's his name? Rodney Dangerfield, right? With the whole respect thing. Snagglepuss, what?
I'm trying to think who is Snagglepuss.
I forgot the actor, but yeah.
Charles Nelson Riley.
It's not- no. You see the episode of The Simpsons where The Simpsons meets Family Guy, where Fred Flintstone was. You guys are all pale imitations of his favorite show or something like that.
Yeah.
Where Fred was the judge and Peter and Pawtucket Ale were on trial for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I used to love Harvey Birdman. Harvey Birdman was just like, wow, nothing was sacred on the show.
The Honorable Judge Bentock presiding. It's all those
I'm a mind taker.
It's like all those rando characters that popped up.
Yeah.
The Dabadon, that was one of my.
Oh, that was a great episode. The one with Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones.
Simpson, Homer Simpson,
Time.
the greatest guy in history.
Did you ever see that one? Did you ever see that one, Andrew?
The Simpsons, and then he's like Simpson, Homer. He's about to hit that old tree.
Yeah, that's not true.
The tree.
Ah. Yeah, I love that episode. Oh, goodness gracious.
Ooh, I've been working on those things so long today. I'm rusty with this.
Should
What did you have, a knife? Or is it?
we do like it's a sickle-shaped blade,
Oh, okay.
like a crescent shape, like a half moon almost.
I see.
And the handle looks like a pepper grinder ball,
Well, that's why you said the bulbous thing.
Yeah. Let's do some looks here. Let's see, Scott. Let me get you since you're off camera for now. Before you get medicine, time to take your medicine. Is that the crow?
Yeah.
Nice. Why she got her arms crossed? She looks bad.
That's the picture I was looking at.
All right. Thank you, Scott. John, can we come over your shoulder?
Sure. I'm working on kind of a SD chibi thing, but I did this one before. Like
Hey, Kikaida.
Kabuki.
Kabuki.
I don't know. Because I couldn't think of anything. It's funny because when I looked it up, this cover came out, and then when I tried to look it up again, I couldn't find it. And I'm like, I didn't imagine it, did I? It's like,
You-
I'm pretty sure
It's
Get some white pens and put in the blades on that ones to help sell the character more.
Was that?
Get some white pens and put the half moon blades in her hands on that one.
I'll put the blades. Yeah, I guess so.
to
Yeah.
help sell the character more? Because you can see a lot of Kakaida, but
Yeah.
unless you know who Kabuki is, it's not gonna, it doesn't read as much Kabuki as it does Kakaida.
Ah. Okay.
Oh,
You
I
know what I
figure
mean?
like even with the blades, like I don't know if it would.
Yeah, but I mean the blades are pretty distinct.
Okay,
coming like the blade.
let me look it up.
All right, Drew, coming over your shoulder.
Okay, so I'm doing David MacDonald.
David
Is it-
McDonald.
He'll love that.
Is that based on his face?
That's actually based on his painting of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker,
Oh,
but I turned it into Ronald McDonald.
There you go. Yes. So. Are you gonna come this
Joker
weekend?
2.
I just went straight watercolor.
That's awesome, dude.
Wow.
Confidence.
Here's where I'm at.
Confidence. Yeah, it looks good. Both of them looks good.
Taking my way through it.
Yeah.
Taking
That's the
your
thing
way
with
in the world today.
that's the thing. That's the thing with David Mack stuff is like it looks very muted. Like a lot of his colors, like that. You know what I mean? He uses those purples and
Yeah, I mean, mine's a very poor imitation of David Mack.
but it's a homage.
Would you like to get away?
Sometimes you wanna go.
I found my new favorite drink.
Yeah, what's
Tea?
I found at the Korean restaurant or Korean
that?
grocery store.
Okay. Yeah, with you.
I do, but it's just in a glass. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it's just in a glass, but it's like
It looks like you're an Alias sample.
it's at the Korean grocery store downstairs. They have this spiced pear punch. So it's like the Asian pear and cinnamon, and I think some ginger in it. So it has a very cinnamony. It's sweet. There's like a bit of the pear taste, but it's like this. It's a punch, and I love it.
It's got some punch to it.
For over 40 years, we've been feeling that punch. Oh, this funky dude in that lips from Hawaiian Punch.
Did you see Frank Cho did all these Hawaiian Punch parodies?
Yeah, I saw some of
The
them.
covers, yeah. If I could afford it, I would have bought one. But like, I'm sure
Yeah, that's the thing when you look at
Yeah.
Frank stuff. It's like, yeah, I really like this, but I can't afford to buy
But
this.
yeah, I mean,
okay.
just looking at his like originals, it's just like so clean. And he did them right there too. Like while we were just sitting at the table.
Yeah,
So,
like
awesome.
I said, I can't afford those wheat cakes.
Wheat cakes.
Well, I mean, I think he's has had successful visits every time he's come to Maui.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then, obviously we thank him for just like he was a big
Well, he pretty
reason
much
the
funds
conventions
most of it.
happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
so props to him for that.
But I mean, like, I'm pretty. You know what I mean? It's like I'm sure
there's
he's
the cover.
Generous, but I mean, he's got to. I figure he's got to make his money back when he comes here.
I wonder if he has like a. I mean, like for him, he generally loves Maui. Like he likes to end his tour, so he can relax. And I'm sure after that, then yeah, he just has to kind of like get back to work and just keep on cranking out stuff,
Yeah.
But now I'm not too sure because like I know some artists they have a fee, I guess, like a guarantee fee. I don't think he does that.
I don't think MauiCon has that kind of structure yet.
No.
If Leak is watching, you can correct me, but that's generally a larger convention where they have those kind of
Sure.
Guest negotiations.
Like I'm sure Chuck Norris was probably expensive,
Yeah, I'm sure Chuck Norris is.
Yeah.
Well, they probably want like a guarantee of making however much on
Right.
autographs and stuff.
Right. Or if not, it's like, they make X amount during the autographs, and whatever they don't make, then that's when the convention pays them, I guess. The difference.
Yeah, that's the guarantee fee. Like, we'll come, but if we don't make this much, you have to make up the difference.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break your fingers.
I'm trying to think if there's any guests I know of that had that kind of deal with some of the other conventions.
I'm sure the Star Trek guys. I mean, Shatner, I'm sure.
Bill Shatner.
I wonder
if that's why, like when you see Amazing, that's why they have those like advanced packages,
yeah,
for guests and stuff, because they know they have to try and make up a certain amount.
Right.
What
about when like George Takei and all that came down? You don't think George Takei has like a guarantee, or you think because he was here already? I don't know. I'm sure we can do research in that one. I guess that's the thing too, that people going to these events got to realize too. They're a lot of people ask like, well, who's coming? Who's the guest? Who else you got? But all this kind of costs money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of setting up and a lot of organizing. People think it's just easy to bring them down, but it's not.
I want what I want, and I want it now.
I know, seriously. It's like we get spoiled that way.
Ruka Salt.
I'll get you a pony.
I want a horse, not a pony.
Ponies are terrible.
Are they?
Yes. They're cantankerous and stubborn.
Oh.
Horses are generally more have better natures.
Okay.
I don't have any major expertise. I'm just going by my experience.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say did your dad or someone have horses or anything?
My cousins would perform in a rodeo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we would go and spend the summers with my aunt, their mom, and we would often get roped into no pun intended, helping my cousins prepare for the rodeo. And we did some ridiculous shit.
Rodeo killed the video star.
Rodeo killed. Yes.
My cousin would do the thing where they have a steer in the gate, and then they open the gate and the steer goes running out, and then on horseback he would chase it down, rope it, and then tie it.
Jeez.
And he wanted me to go out into the pen and stand kind of near the gate.
Because you were expendable, you didn't realize it.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes. And so if the steer didn't run straight, I was to push it or scare it into going straight, as opposed to like veering off to the left or the right.
Wow.
And I was like, what do I do if the steer comes at me? And he was like, well, if you think it's gonna get you, he was like, run and jump in that barrel over there. And I was like, so basically you want me to be a rodeo clown? And he was like, yeah, that's what I need you to do.
Yeah, that's it.
And I was like, oh God. So I went and did it, and sure enough, the first steer to shoot out of the gate came right towards me. But I remembered he said like push it or like try to scare it. So sure enough, I just gave it a big shove, and it took off running, because the steers are scared already, like it's a poor animal, it was scared. But I shoved it, and then it ran straight, and then he roped it and yanked it down and jumped off his horse and tied its legs together.
Wow.
And
that's how Drew's career as a rodeo clown started.
Right.
It was fun. I had a good time.
He
And
drew
then
the short straw, so you had to.
Aaron, my brother Aaron was young, and they would put him on. They would put him on a goat, like he was like riding a bucking bronco.
Oh, okay.
So they sat him on a goat, and he grabbed hold of the horns. It was jumping around, tossing around. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then
That's how he got the nickname Goat Boy.
my cousin Dan got a pony for his daughter, but it was too rowdy, and he said it wasn't ready for her to ride it yet. She was little. She was only like, I don't know, like 8 or 9, and so he wanted me and Aaron to break it for him before he gave it to his daughter.
Did you know how to break a animal?
No, he just needs to get used to being rode on. He's like, you guys just need to ride him. I'm like, okay. So I got on him, and it immediately started bucking and jumping, and somehow I was able to stay on this pony. And then it took off running and jumped over the pen and ran across the field. And I'm trying to pull on the reins, but I can't get it to stop. And then out of nowhere, it just stops.
Dang.
You were flying.
So it's standing out in the field, and I'm sitting on its back. I'm like, come on, you son of a bitch, you know? Man. And I'm like, trying to get him to go. And then out of nowhere, it bucked forward and shot me off its butt like a slingshot, like a catapult, and launched me into the air.
That's the worst time to come into to extreme when Drew is.
I thought that's why you came, because Drew's telling us story. I gotta get in there.
No, I forgot this was Wednesday.
Oh, hey Ron.
Hello. Good evening. So Drew, start over again. What happened?
But anyway, so I get shot off of this pony, and I hit the ground, and then the pony's just standing there.
All right.
And I get up, and I'm like,
a lot of questions afterwards, but go ahead.
I'm fine. Like I'm not hurt or anything other than just being irritated. And I go over, and my cousins are like, "Where's the pony?" And I'm like, "It's in the field." And they're like, "Well, go get it." And I'm like, "No, I'm done riding this thing." And like, so Aaron, my brother is standing there. I'm like, "Aaron, it's your turn." So Aaron goes and he gets on the pony, and as soon as he gets on it, it just starts running, and it's just running and like super fast. And he's holding on, like Aaron is able to stay on the pony, and it's like without really having any experience, Aaron knew to like make himself low onto the pony and sort of keep his center of gravity low. And he's sitting like he's in, like his feet are in the stirrups, and he's holding on.
He's in the jockey position. And
it's like, and we're watching this pony just zip around the field, and we're like, oh my God. But then the saddle starts to get loose. And we notice the saddle is sliding, and now it's on the side of the pony.
Oh.
And he's hanging on the side of the pony. And we're like, oh, that's not good. So we all go running over there. And then by this point, it slid all the way around, and now it's underneath, and Aaron is like on the pony's belly. And he can't hardly stay upside down anymore. And so his feet drop down, and the pony is dragging him underneath him, and we see him like dragging in the dirt, and we're running as fast as we can to get over there, and then it just sort of stops, and Aaron is like laying in the dirt, and then it starts stomping up and down like it's trying to mash him, and somehow Aaron does not get hurt. Like the pony is stomping its hooves down, but none of them connect with him. He's somehow able to tuck himself in, and because he's right underneath it, and he's not getting hurt by the pony.
Because he's Goat Boy.
And when we go running up, then the pony takes off, and like Aaron's and it just ends up, it actually ran to the road and just started running down the road. But Aaron was laying on the ground, and we were expecting to find him like broken and just like a pulp. But other than just being sort of dirty and having a few bruises, he was fine.
That's how he became a stunt rider.
But it was crazy, and like ever since then, I was like, I don't do ponies.
So why Drew does not like My
So,
Little Pony.
so how long was he with his foster family until they gave him back to you guys after child services showed up?
Oh my God. No, there could be. I mean, it's no, yeah, CPA or whatever, CPS, child. Yeah, no, we would have been removed 100 times over.
It felt like you should have at that incident. Of course, I don't know what's going on. So, why was there a pony involved? Why were you guys? Why were you?
I was on. I spent the summer. My father, not knowing what. Let me backtrack. When my parents got divorced, they had a custody agreement where the school year we would stay with our mom, but in the summer we would go to my dad's.
Oh,
And so we lived in California and we went to school in California. And then my mom would put us on a plane, like because back then you could walk kids to the gate. And then they walk us to the gate, put us on a plane, and we'd fly from California to Michigan, and then Dad would pick us up at the gate, and then we'd go to his house and spend the summers in Michigan. But my dad had to work, and he couldn't, and school wasn't gone, so it's like he didn't trust us to stay in the house, which was pretty wise because we would have blown each other up or burned the place down.
oh.
So he sent us to his sister's place in Ohio. She had a big farm.
Oh, okay.
And he would send us to the farm for a while before he could take vacation and spend more time with us.
Ah.
So we would go and stay as right on the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania. Literally you could walk down the road and then now you're in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got a hold of one of the ponies there, and
Yep.
Sounds like the pony got a hold of you.
Oh yeah.
It was
Reed
crazy.
is saying California. Why is Reed saying California?
Okay.
California knows how to
Knows
party.
how to party.
I picked up the cat.
California.
She didn't want to be on camera.
What an interesting life, Joe. Your
That's more
brother
food.
nearly getting stomped to death by a pony.
Oh God.
Did you remember that?
I think he does actually, but it's I don't know. It's just so funny. It's like I think anybody else would think I was making this shit up,
No, we've heard enough stories.
But it's like
Not anymore.
no,
And every time I hear the word pony, I think of Stephen Wright. Remember his gag?
No.
Because he's got, Stephen Wright's got that very dry delivery, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, my apartment allows pets. I have a pony.
I like Stephen Wright.
He's still alive?
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
Conan
like I haven't
O'Brien.
heard anything from him, right?
Remember when he said that he accidentally put his car keys in his apartment?
It started up. So he
Drove it around
the
the
block.
pulled over by the cops. He asked me where I lived. I said right here.
what was the one?
No,
I
they
read
he parked in the middle of the freeway and pulled over and yelling at people to get off his lawn.
Wasn't that the one that's like, I read the dictionary. The zebra did it.
Yeah. I have a map of the United States.
It's
It's
actual
full size.
The temperature is 22 degrees Celsius.
I like to reminisce with strangers. Granted, it takes longer.
he was on Conan O'Brien's podcast
Oh,
not that long ago, so I know he's
After
still
that
alive.
one stand-up special, did he do any other one?
I'm not sure.
Because I
I'm
only
sure-
remember that one stand-up special he did, where all these jokes came from.
I just remember him on The Simpsons.
That was on The Simpsons.
Yeah, they had a bunch of comedians on The Simpsons. That's when Krusty's Clown was supposed to make a comeback.
Yeah.
So, Drew, does your aunt still own that farm, or your cousins own that farm?
Oh wow!
I believe they still do. My aunt actually passed away a couple years ago, but my uncle, her husband, is still alive, and I believe their children still run the property.
Oh,
I have not been out there in a long time, and I probably need to rectify that.
sounds like you guys had a good time.
We did. I mean, I was initially pretty resentful of my dad for sending us to the farm, but I had such a good time there that I really didn't mind.
Can your brother say the same thing?
Oh yeah, Aaron. I think Aaron is closer with my cousins there probably than I am,
No.
because like I got older and went to I had summer jobs like during the summer and all this stuff. But Aaron and my younger brothers, they had more years where they would go and visit them. So
Color is messy. Oh, good. I see people are going to town with the whole Mickey Mouse thing with the Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, Steamboat Willie.
Yeah. Well, isn't there like a horror thing coming out? Same guys
Well,
who
they
did
did
that Winnie the
Pooh.
Pooh. Yeah. Same guys, I think. Now doing like a Steamboat Willie.
I did a poo. Oh wait, that's
Did you? That's right. You posted it online.
His bowel movement.
Look what I did.
I was really proud of it.
200 likes. What the?
Who do we need?
Drew Pooh.
When I worked at Jellies, a lot of people would use one of the computers and like get on their Facebook or whatever, and a lot of people would leave their Facebook logged in, and so this one girl that worked there, I got on the computer and I saw her Facebook was logged on, so I just went online and found pictures of poo that people had posted, and I just started filling her Facebook with pictures of poo.
Oh my.
And just being like, oh my God, look at the size of this one. Or like,
Wow.
I don't remember eating corn or, things like that. And I just kept posting poo after poo after poo. And then she came back from lunch, and I sort of like walked away, and she had like 1 million messages on her Facebook.
There
She
you
was
go.
so angry at me. It was
I think rightfully so.
I don't know. I thought it was the funniest thing ever, but only me.
It's a moral. There's a moral here. Don't leave your Facebook open around, Drew.
Was she an employee or?
Yeah, she worked it. She was actually.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember Norm?
Yeah.
Sheriff Norm.
Yeah, Sheriff Norm, who was sort of like the face of Jellies. It was his daughter.
Oh, yikes.
That's why Drew's not working there.
Wasn't he voted like worst radio voice one year?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't when I came to Hawaii, the Radio Free didn't exist. I missed out on the.
I think when I was in college, during UH used to have this station ASUH, and then I think that's when Radio Free was going on as well. Crazy.
Yeah, I missed out on all that stuff.
Like the Crater Fest.
Yeah, I missed out on that too. I think they still did when I came to Island. I think they still did the big melee. Remember the big melee?
Yeah.
I think it was at like the ranch. I think is where they did it.
Sounds about right. You never played an instrument, Drew?
I
know you played the harmonica.
I played the harmonica, and then when I was in elementary school, I played trumpet.
I see. It's just that with the amount of music that you enjoy, I just assumed that you would play an instrument.
Yeah, I'm a music appreciator, but I don't. I don't have the discipline to learn how to play it.
Oh, I got you. That is true. I mean, you can appreciate a song, but it doesn't necessarily mean you can sing. So.
Mm-hmm. You play the kazoo?
I can play the kazoo.
Yeah, me too. And the triangle.
The triangle, not as good as Ed Grimley, but I can play it.
And the cowbell.
Oh, cowbell. I'm going to need more cowbell.
Yeah. I played the cowbell and explore the space.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Where's Reed? That's totally Reed. Oh yeah, he's I said I hated Muhammad. Yeah, Muhammad was kind of an original voice on Radio Free. He was a DJ back then.
Muhammad, the prophet.
Yeah. Well, his name was Muhammad.
That was his DJ name.
I think that was his actual name.
Oh,
because I think he was
Muslim.
Muslim, yeah.
I'm sure there are, Muslim students at UH, people who come here.
It's like Muhammad is the most common name in the world, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm layering and layering and layering.
It's so funny because this whole thing started as a joke. As I'm doing this, I'm like, wow, I'm really liking my Ronald McDonald.
Should do that for each one. Then do Actually, did you see those guys walking around the con? There's like a Wendy's and a Ronald McDonald, Burger King. Yeah.
Someone's Reed saying he hated Muhammad. He was a DJ.
Yeah, that's how I saw that. Yeah.
DJ from where?
That's the one, the Radio Free.
Oh.
What was I just looking at? And I just was like, oh, I know it. Somebody posted an old cartoon of mine, and this was back at Borders, and I guess it was a pet peeve that, like, we used to carry like maps, and everybody used to like kind of like look at the maps and then like fold them up wrong. But and so I did a cartoon about that. But then nowadays, I guess like people don't need maps anymore. You got your GPS now.
Mhm.
Kind of dated.
Feel bad for the map makers.
You say Ron was probably in there doing that on purpose.
I should have.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, older crowd still uses maps, I guess.
I've been
road
putting them
maps.
in the record section.
Just gotta look for that record for Drew. What was it called? Tokyo
Shindig.
Tokyo Shindig. Yeah.
I can't find it online.
Oh wow.
All right, I'm calling this one done.
That was, I guess, an
Actual
album
record.
or.
Yeah, an album.
Here's my Kabuki.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Very nice.
Nice. Very nice.
Pretty poor imitation of David Mack, but oh well.
That's good.
All right, let's see. How much time do I have left? 30 minutes? I don't know. What can I do in 30 minutes?
Oh wow, time is flying.
must be having fun then.
We are.
I can change my table
always
back
fun
out
here.
to normal. Let's see.
Kabuki.
One more piece of watercolor paper. I can do Kingpin.
Is that a restaurant in Waimalu? Kabuki,
Still there.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't they still have
this-
the
So this is Bao Hong Academy watercolor paper.
oh, okay.
Okazuya.
Okazuya. I was stuck with something.
Oklahoma, when the rain comes sweeping on the plains.
I still trip out. Hugh Jackman got a Tony for that musical.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
He ain't even American.
Yeah. Man. Well,
Wolverine.
well, you know what?
Oklahoma.
When Trump becomes president, he'll put a stop to that.
There we go. I know. I saw Mike's thing. It's like, oh, it's an election year. Crap.
No, I said shit.
Oh, okay. Variant form.
That's what Tiff said too.
I'm not. Yeah, and they get uglier every year or every cycle, and this one's just going to be.
Yeah.
And then the with the AI and the what they do with like fake video and audio, and
Yeah.
it's going to hit this year.
Fun.
I see a lot of commercials for AI now. How you can change your business for the better.
Mm.
I've been playing around with Photoshop.
That's right. They integrated in the latest version of Photoshop, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, just to like kind of like extend stuff out. Like it's like, oh, this part cut off. Extend it. Like, oh, look, it actually figured it out.
And removing watermarks.
Trader.
Yeah. That's right. You can actually remove watermarks now.
See? Trader.
Trader Joe's.
They're the only traders that I like.
Oh man, I had some of those Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
Why do we have to live like peasants here in Hawaii? Why?
Well, because otherwise, then there'll be nothing to bring back home.
This is true.
I like to
You
kick
know-
it up a notch by dipping it in the Trader Joe peanut butter.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I like the cut of your jib.
The this today's episode of Comic Jam is sponsored by Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups.
Okay.
When
Everybody
recess
knows
doesn't-
it's
isn't
Trader
enough.
Joe's.
When recess isn't enough.
When Reese's is not enough.
Trader
Made
Joe's.
with real Reese's monkeys.
Every little nook and crack in Reese's.
They're not just for experiments anymore.
Nope. Make you howling mad.
Took a dark turn.
As it always does.
Dark chocolate turn.
That's right. And we lost another sponsor.
They lose. Dark chocolate company should love us as much as we love them.
Dark chocolate is supposed to be healthy for you.
Well, that's what they
Healthier.
say.
Full of antioxidants.
Yeah. So if you have like dark chocolate and blueberries or something.
Yep.
So they say.
hmm
Yeah. Not looking forward to going to the doctor. And get chewed out.
Well, that's why I don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't they give you bad news?
Yeah, pretty much.
Them and the dentist, man.
Oh, really?
I don't go to them either.
Good for
this is-
you.
You know what, Drew? This is how your tooth cracked when you ate that Batman ice cream.
This is true.
Hey, Scott, remember they had those DC ice cream?
Yeah.
So you know how the Batman one came with those
Yeah.
those little chocolate
Little Batinos.
bat signals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew ate it and he chipped his tooth.
Drew, I'm sure it was just a coincidence.
I
Yeah.
didn't
dude,
chip
not-
it. I broke it.
Yeah,
The tooth broke.
Yeah, that thing was solid.
yeah, I think it's coincidence, Drew. Nothing to do
Yeah, it was a
with
coincidence.
you're not visiting the dentist once in a while. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
You know.
Where did I put my masking fluid? I know I have some.
My mask.
Masking fluid.
Remember that cartoon Mask?
Mobile Armored Strike Command.
Oh, I think you meant dumb mask. Smoke it.
Command with a K.
Command with a K.
Spectrum's got such
With
vision.
T-Bob.
That was different from like G.I. Joe and Transformers, right?
Yes, although now they've been folded into the G.I. Joe
Universe.
universe.
See, I think that'll be interesting if they all cross over.
The Joeverse.
Yeah. They made an action figure of Matt Tracker for G.I. Joe.
Ooh.
And,
Wait, he's part of G.I. Joe?
yeah, so apparently Matt Tracker is the head of R&D for G.I. Joe. He designs all their vehicles.
Oh, okay.
He's like
So why
their
does
cube.
so why does his vehicles look like crap when they transform?
Well, for a while, Street Fighter was part of G.I. Joe, right?
What?
Yeah, I think they
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not just Guile? I mean, everybody?
Yeah.
The whole gang.
Commander William Guile.
Yeah, like,
Like, I always-
Blanca.
I always thought that one Jeep that shot out the boat. It's like, okay, you shot out the boat. What happens with the rest of the vehicle? You know, it just kind of just sails off.
Yeah.
Didn't he have the Camaro with the gull wings?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
And it's-
stupid because you could just shoot.
Yeah, it was
him.
open.
Yeah.
You could fall out of it.
It was not the best design, no.
So, and that's why.
But he's in
when you say
charge
that
of
he was the
R&D.
designer. He's in charge of the design. You're like,
We all got to start somewhere, John.
So I'm sure he's responsible for the bridge builder. You know, this is one job. You know,
You had one job.
I remember that vehicle. And I always used to think, like, you know, like, I guess if you're like a kid that likes to play outside in the sandbox or something, it might be fun to have the bridge layer. But
the bridge layer.
who the hell?
That's what it is.
Who wants the bridge layer, really?
It's just that one. Well, they've had it in one episode, right? They're like, "How are we gonna get across?" Hey, I know a guy, and they had it. And I'm like, "Oh wow!"
Is that the one that came with CoverGirl?
No, she came with the Wolverine, which is the same vehicle, but instead of having the bridge part, it had a bunch of missile launchers.
See, that makes it
That's
cooler.
cool.
Missiles are cooler than bridge layers.
Yes. We don't want to build anything, but
No,
blowing up
we want
stuff
to
is
destroy
fun.
things.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
what if you got to get across?
Well, you can ride a missile, like you know, you can shoot yourself across.
We don't build bridges, we blow them up.
We build
That's the new-
walls.
It's
That's what we
that
do. We build
potential
walls.
slogan. We don't build bridges, we blow them up. There's at 8:36. Okay, do we have time for one more?
I don't know. I'm trying to quick Kingpin.
Man. Do that Spider-Verse Kingpin where it's like his head is in his chest.
No, there's a photo I took a screenshot from Echo of the Kingpin
Oh,
where
okay.
he's like turning around, getting ready to thump somebody.
I did not draw Echo. I should draw Echo.
Hey,
Detective
did
Robert
you
Ford.
guys see the Craven the Hunter?
Craven the Hunter.
Yeah, that trailer.
Yeah, there's a movie.
Yeah, with what's the kid's name from to play Quicksilver?
Is it Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Aaron
Is
Taylor
that
Johnson.
him?
Yeah, he was also Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass, yeah.
Isn't he Craven too?
He's
Yeah,
Craven.
yeah, I saw the trailer today. I was like, huh. So is Spider-Man showing up, or?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe
Taylor Johnson
someday.
is adding to his
Well, he's not
comic.
gonna. I don't think Spider-Man's gonna show up, right? Because nobody likes Spider-Man, right, Scott?
Nobody likes Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And Craven is just purely a Spider-Man villain, right?
Yes, he's part of Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery.
But I didn't know he had all these superpowers. I thought he was just
Yeah, well,
straight up.
he's strong. I mean, he's strong enough to give Spider-Man a run for his money, and he's he has like heightened senses, and it's from some kind of potion that he got from an African witch doctor.
Yeah, but I always thought he was like a normal guy that like Batman. He
They're
just seemed like
junker.
highly skilled,
I guess kind of.
but I didn't know he was enhanced.
I think depends on which version you read.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the later version has some powers. But then he would also take like a potion that he took, like to boost himself temporarily. There's an audio version of Kraven's Last Hunt that I listened to recently that was pretty good with the the voice acting and stuff.
Goes to walks.
You're King of the Hill.
What's that?
How are you hearing that?
I heard the triangle.
The volume's at 1.
I started watching King of the Hill again. I only got to like episode 2, but like the one where he says, "You don't know who I am, but I know where you live."
Or is that the teaching sex ed or whatever?
Yes, teaching sex.
I know
Yeah.
where you live. Oh, by the way, Hank, can I get a ride in the morning? Thanks.
Yeah.
Dale is just hilarious. He's just, it's a conspiracy thing. All the characters.
I love
Bill is
I love those
Boomhauer.
guys.
Boomhauer. Bill, Oh, I don't know about that, Hank.
Hilton.
All the time child services came and investigated him.
Stick boy.
That was a good one too.
Good one. Now the one where Dale destroys Hank's lawn.
With the ants, the fire ants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come here! I'm gonna kick your ass, Dale. And Bobby's all covered with ants. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm curious about Echo. I hope it's good.
I really hope it's good.
Yeah.
But there was concern because they, it's the first Disney Plus show that they're like dropping all of it at once, which people are saying it's because they don't have any faith in it.
Well, a lot of people are really disappointed with this last season. Even I think even I was talking to Trace earlier, and she said yeah, there was no. I mean, Loki was probably the best thing for Marvel. The second season of Loki. I mean, because the other
It depends
movies
on what you
really
want. Like
do well.
I enjoyed Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I did too. But I mean, that one really realized that you had to see all the other, the other.
No, Miss Marvel, the Disney
Oh,
Plus.
Miss Marvel. Yeah. And that too was kind of hit or miss for people.
Yeah.
What is the one with the dinosaur?
Moon Girl.
Oh, Moon Girl.
Moon Girl.
Oh, actually, that one I enjoyed too. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
I ain't never seen that one.
I like how in episode 1 already it's like they did a Naruto ripoff.
Mask.
And you can find the full version of that song.
Mask.
It's going to be your new intro theme now.
Wasn't it a catchy tune? It was a pretty good tune, wasn't
Yeah. Shuki and Levy, I guess, made the song.
My mask dry.
See, instead of mask, he said Mac for David Mack. Mac.
I'm using that liquid mask.
Oh, there you go. See, and there's that mask.
And the Mask of the
All
Phantasm.
right.
Yeah.
Moment of truth.
Smoking mask.
it? Masking tape.
Okay, this is where it gets scary. All right.
Scary. I don't even know where my watercolors are. It's like I know I bought some. I was gonna fool around with it. Like I guess I haven't used it for so long. That's I think it's in storage. It's like, hey, I'll get around to them one day. Actually, I don't even remember doing watercolors in college. I know we did acrylic and oils. Oils were ridiculously expensive.
And messy.
Yeah. Turpentine and all that. Ron, did you have to do watercolors in college?
Well, we had a rendering class, but we could use, markers or watercolor or gouache. Yeah.
Okay, so you had that option.
Yeah, I forgot. One of my classmates, she was really good with the watercolor. I forgot who it was, though. show off.
I did watercolor in high school, in art class, but I never made it that far in college.
Yeah. Is it because of the pony? Did the pony scare you off?
Oh, watercolor?
Because it was a one-trick pony?
No, I dropped out of college.
And joined the Navy?
No.
Now I feel bad for bringing it up.
No, I just I don't know. I just got really discouraged. I didn't like art in college because, like, I had done all this stuff in high school.
Yeah.
And then I go to start college, and they make me start with like intro to like drawing,
That's right.
and it's just like doing still lives, and I'm like, I've done still lives like aplenty. Like, I'm ready to start drawing some naked people,
Okay. That's what it's all about. I see.
No, you will draw these ceramic disc and fruit bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now I got to start all over again with bowls of fruit and piles of
Armax
fabric.
says, hope you guys are doing well. And I heard watercolor. Yep, we're doing some watercolor. Well, we did some watercolor. I think Drew's still doing some watercolor.
That was my thing too. Like with all my art classes, like I don't know how many like color wheels I made. I'm like, we did this already. Can I just use one for the other class? Like, no, you got to do it again. I'm like, oh, okay. Don't understand why, but okay.
Yeah,
I hated it.
I had to do a water. I mean, a color wheel.
Yeah.
Like intro
like-
art, I guess.
It's like, yeah, I get it. Complementary colors and everything. Okay, got it. I'm still bad with color though. It's probably one of my weakest.
That's why they made you do it. If you'd have paid
Yeah.
attention.
No, see, they didn't make it interesting, so that's why I blocked it out.
I don't know. I just like in high school. I mean, I did an airbrush project. I did acrylics, watercolor. We did sculpting. I made a lampshade out of stained glass. Like
I'll be right back. I gotta refresh my water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
it's like our art department in high school was like great, and we got to try all these different things. And then I go to college, and I got to start with frickin' bowls of fruit. In and with charcoal. That's all they would let us use. They wouldn't let us use anything, like no colors. Just
I had one prof that she wouldn't let us use rubber cement, so we had to use just regular glue, and that stuff never goes on evenly, so it was always like a pain in the ass. But I guess she was allergic to rubber cement, I guess.
Latex?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I remember all of us is like, this thing will not stick. This thing's terrible. It's all curling up, bubbling. It's all wet.
RMX is saying some stuff here. Hopefully you guys had a good New Year's and Christmas. Glad you guys are painting because it's amazing and fun. Well, for me it is. Congratulations to at 200. Oh, he's talking about, I hit 200 subscribers on YouTube. I was hoping to get it by the end of the year, but I got it on New Year's Day.
Hey, you know what? That works.
New Year's Day in the last, never mind.
Monday.
Yep. But yeah. How was New Year's up there, Ron? Was it noisy?
No, pretty quiet. I mean, when it hit the New Year's, you could hear people popping firecrackers.
Right.
That was it. Not a lot. Not like over there.
Yeah. Well, I guess
only
it
in
was
Hawaii
probably,
do
like,
people go this crazy.
Yeah.
They don't do this shit on the mainland.
What's wrong with you people?
Crazy.
We do it on the 4th of July,
No,
which nobody does here in Hawaii.
no.
Look, all we do is block freeways. Protesters block freeways. That's what we do.
I guess that was the thing over here too. They had to watch it because I guess for fireworks, a lot of
Well-
people used to park on the side of the road.
Drew, the 4th of July is an American holiday, which, when you consider the colonization history that Hawaii has, we're not too keen on propping that up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it. I'm sure everyone alive today
Remembers
remembers
that.
the pain of colonization. It's a generational pain that echoes through eternity.
I'm waiting for the comments to come in.
I know I'm gonna get canceled.
speaking of echo,
Kind of hard to get comments when nobody's watching, though.
What are you trying to say, Ron?
I think you said it pretty eloquently.
It's about the pain of colonization.
The pain of loneliness. 1 is the loneliest number.
I mean, 2 can be as bad as 1, but the loneliest number is the number 1.
Is it?
Is it better than 0?
What time is it? 8:51. All right, I'm wrapped up. I only did 3.
I'm trying to finish up. John, why don't you go ahead and do the recap without me while I try and finish up Kingpin real quick.
What do you mean the recap?
Do the usual stuff. Promote.
Drew's pony story.
Well, this Saturday, Sunday, this weekend is Hawaii PopCon. It's the second one. It's gonna be at the Blaisdell, not at the convention center. It'll be at the Blaisdell, and
That's still around?
so from 10 to 7, both days. And the first one is predominantly a card show, especially a Pokemon card show. But this time around, it looks like they actually brought it up to more like pop culture. So we're gonna have people like David Mack, Stan Sakai, Bob McLeod. Is that how you pronounce it? McLeod?
Yep.
How you pronounce his name?
McLeod.
From the
Steve.
Clan McLeod.
I'm pretty sure
Steve.
it's McLeod.
Yeah,
Yeah, of the
Steve
clan
Engel.
McLeod.
Clan McLeod.
Yes. So they'll be coming down. So that'll be kind of cool. Then a lot of vendors. They actually sold out, I guess. So yeah, if you can come out, check it out. I have a.
You say vendors or vendors?
Vendors.
I
With a
thought you
V.
said vendors like Bender Bending Rodriguez.
Sure. Well,
Just-
there's gonna be cosplay and all that too. So
Bender's going to be there. Yeah.
there'll be a lot of that. I want him to come down. I want that voice actor to come down.
John DiMaggio.
is that
Yeah.
DiMaggio? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Joe DiMaggio. That's the way.
Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Our nation turns its lonely eyes to you.
So that's kind of a big one. So yeah, if you can come out, you should check it out.
Hey, you got to finish the song, Mike.
Woo.
There you go.
I always like
Never
the
finished without the
Goo
woos.
Goo Gajoo, Mrs. Robinson.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Cuckoo, Mrs. Robinson.
I am the walrus.
Jesus loves you more than you will know. Oh,
Jesus.
Not Hey Jude.
hey,
Hey,
Zeus.
Dr. Seuss.
Don't make bad. Take the crucifix and make it better.
There we go. We should do that.
Alright,
Every segment we have a karaoke section of the
Yay.
that you can draw.
Don't we
Yeah, you
kind of do that anyway?
You guys should have an ending song also.
Yeah. Ron, you should sing the ending song.
I can't sing, so
Okay.
Scott.
Scott can't sing either.
I guess stopped just before.
Exactly.
There's a lot of screeching going on.
I think you should just read it. Don't even sing it. Just take the lyrics and just read it.
Armac said, well, hope you guys have a good night.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Night.
Happy New Year, man.
All right, is the ink dry? Ooh, I always hate doing this.
All right. I'll show mine because I only got
Yeah, show some stuff while I
always show some stuff. Yes. So
still wrapping up.
let me do this. Okay. So
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Kabuki Kaida.
Da-da.
Because, And I did kind of like not quite a chibi version, but SD version, I guess. So I did one of Kabuki and I did one of Echo. So yeah, that's what I did.
Those look good.
Cool.
Thank you. All right, who's next?
Hello.
Drooby dooby doo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where
I'll
are
go.
you?
Okay. So Drew, let me bring him up here. Okay, there you go. Oh, look at that. Oh,
David
what happened?
Arnold had a farm.
Oh no, that looks like you,
He
John.
dropped out. No, he dropped out.
Oh,
Oh,
He dropped out again.
again.
Well, he drew Ronald McDonald. So
I wonder if things with it like David McDonald or something, or was it?
you do? No, it was like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker painted by David Mack, but he painted it as Ronald McDonald.
anyway, all right. So who's next then? Scott, you have something?
Scott got something.
Drew's not coming back.
He said that.
No, I don't know. He's not back yet. But okay, let me call.
I thought maybe you got a message.
No. Oh, there you go. That's nice. Very cool.
Wow.
Does she have the bat belt? The bat utility belt?
That's what the picture shows.
Okay.
I mean,
It's like
there's
pouches.
nothing wrong with it, but
Yeah, she's got like a utility belt.
Oh,
I
okay.
like pouches.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, now my last one.
Merry little
Wait,
Batman,
Drew's back.
He was after his belt. Okay.
All
Let me
right.
call.
All right, wait. Now this is
Wait.
time to find out if this worked. So I know you can see. Well, put me back up.
Oh, okay. Where is Michael?
You take that Robert
and
Doran.
Solo. There you go.
Okay, so you can see the lettering, right?
Yeah.
And find out.
Yeah. Oh.
Let's see if it works.
See if it works. It's going to say and find cut.
I think I'm gonna have to let it dry more. It looks like it's pulling up some of the.
Pulling off. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let it dry more, and hopefully it'll work when I'm done. But
Go back to
so
Andrew.
there's the kingpin.
That's good.
It's Luther.
Yay.
That's nice. That came out really good.
So, and if you want to try this paper out, this paper was given to me. It is Baohong Academy watercolor paper, 300 GSM.
Is that what you see
there
the
you
guy
go.
makes it? The guy makes it?
So
I don't think he makes it. He just picked it up.
Just does it?
yeah.
All right. Okay,
Well,
we'll
no,
go back to Drew.
he gave me the two pieces out of his watercolor pad.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, go back to Drew.
Go back to Drew. Okay, here's Drew. There you go. There's Drew.
And that's like I said, that's a version of Ronald McDonald based on David Mack's drawing of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Walking Dead Phoenix.
Yeah.
I call it
It's,
David MacDonald.
David.
Mack.
I'm sure he'll love it.
Old MacDonald.
You should draw all of them, like the Colonel from KFC and Wendy's, Burger King.
I don't hate this.
Yeah,
Kind of crazy. So.
Draw Pioneer Chicken.
Pioneer ticket.
The fact that you like your straight watercolor, you said, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome that you went straight.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
No penciling.
No
Pretty
pencil.
Very
nice.
nice. Now you got to do it.
That's confidence. Right?
now you have to do a Dracula 1944 cover like that.
All right. Anything else to promote, guys? Dracula 1944, Popcorn.
That's it for
Dracula, 1944.
now. Keep for Kawi Khan. I guess keep your eye out. I guess they're doing the. I guess they're going to announce soon who got a table.
Yeah, Kawaii-Con should be announcing soon. Oh, I think I just closed my camera. I'm here.
I thought
Yeah,
you guys
I-
got tables.
It's not guaranteed. There
Really?
was they're going by a jury system right now because there's just so many people that they're trying to kind of like filter out like too many people who are the same.
Oh.
Because
And then-
even like this last con, it's like you could walk down one aisle and it's like it all looks the same. It's the same characters, it's the same poses,
Oh.
the same colors. It's all prints, and the only thing different was like the eyes. The eyes and maybe the mouths. But everything looks the same.
But you guys have been going to that how long already? You guys don't have a preference?
Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's like if new people trying to get in, it's like they can't get in because there's no availability.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Look, you got to
get
give the people what they want, and if everybody just wants a bunch of pictures of the same stuff, then that's what they want.
Afterwards, the same stuff. Are different people drawing it, or
Same style, right?
Different
Everybody's-
people are drawing it, but it's the same stuff and the same subject too. Like whatever's hot. Like say like Genshin Impact is going to be a big thing, so everybody's
Yeah.
drawing all the same characters.
Yeah.
so is it like the swap meet where you go down the row and everybody's selling the same items?
Kinda.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I guess that's another
Anyway.
one. What's our topic next week? It's
Miyazaki.
Miyazaki.
That's right. Yeah, I gotta watch Boy and the Heron. I was gonna say heroine. The Boy and the Heron.
Oh yeah, I want to see
I
that.
think I want to watch Princess Mononoke again. I haven't watched that in a while.
Yeah. Mononoke's a good one.
I still like his older
Mononoke.
stuff.
Laputa.
La Puta, that was a good one.
Kiki.
Kiki,
Kiki.
Casa Cagliostro,
Kiki's always good.
Yeah,
My-
Casa Cagliostro.
My
Lupin.
favorite is still Porco Rosso.
Porco Rosso is good too. I enjoy that one as well.
The Spanish version, Laputa, is quite different, though, right, Drew?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, the word has a different meaning.
Puto, right?
Gotcha.
That's like when we hanging out with the Filipinos, right? They have these sweet rice balls that they call puto.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, hmm.
It's like how people say uncle right over here, but they spell it UNKO, which is unko, which means
Unko?
crap in Japanese. So
Oh, well, now I learned how to say crap in Japanese.
yeah, unko.
Unko. Your uncle stink.
Yeah.
Scheiße in German.
My favorite is Unko Tabimashita.
Yeah, lovely.
Let's see. What is it in Spanish, Drew? It's mierda, right?
Mierda?
No, wait.
That's more French. I mean, I guess it is
Okay.
Spanish too, but it's like
Castilian.
American, right?
You just put an L in front of it. El poop.
caca. I swear when I was a kid,
Was that caveman?
I walked in on my grandpa in the bathroom. Like, I don't know, like the door wasn't locked. And so I opened the bathroom door and my grandpa's sitting on the toilet and he just looks at me and he goes, "You want to watch me make a caca?"
All right. That's the night.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
And on that
On
note,
that note, sums up the stream. Yeah?
everybody say
Happy New
aloha.
Year, guys.
Aloha.
Happy New Year.
Hello.
All right. And where's Drew's face? All right.
That's the
Good night,
outro.
everybody.
That's the outro for the
Solder.
show.